Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero, and to start this video off, I'm just going to give a thanks to the Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account for providing great content for me to react to, and just to show off his Twitter here. He's got over 3,000 followers. If you aren't following them already, please do so on Twitter and YouTube. Links will be both in the description, as well as my links to my Twitch, my Kick. You can also watch my videos on Rumble and Odyssey. All my videos are mirrored to both Odyssey and Rumble. So I was doing some quick research to see if, the Drunken Peasants decide that they were going to change their tune about making live streams about me. But I wanted to see if, there was any growth, which, as usual, no subscriber growth, even after making 2 live streams now in a row about me. It's always the same chuckleheads in their chat at all times. And just for added effect, I'm wearing the shirt that they decided to use a picture of me from. It's actually a shirt of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which is one of my favorite games ever. And they decided to make this live stream and even go as far back as showing a super old video of me when I was about probably 18 years old, when I was doing YouTube videos of just video games. And it's a video of me requesting what people would like to see me do videos on. So they go through my last video that I made about them for about 45 minutes. 46 minutes. Right? So they're obviously upset that I'm still doing videos on them. So I don't know. I guess they're still upset about the fact that I'm seeing more growth than they are. See, I'm getting subscribers. Yeah, they're getting a lot more views, but it seems like their views are pretty stagnant as far as being about the same every day. Whereas, again, my views, sometimes I get a couple hundred, couple thousand, go up and down. Like I said, my best month was thanks to all of you in June. My best month. And of course, this was the month that ISOM 2 came out, and there were plenty of haters out there talking a bunch of noise. So they're saying I'm avoiding their video. Yes, I completely avoid listening to obnoxious fats who are more concerned with my videos that I'm doing on the Rippaverse and Air July success. Yes, I'm more concerned with you guys. I should definitely be more concerned with you guys, more the concern than you should be with your co-host essentially being overweight and not taking care of himself. Like I said in my last video, they should probably focus more on that as friends, because that's what I would be doing if I were them. I would be more focusing on how to help my friend live a better life than be focusing on a small channel like mine, right? And focusing on Air July success, because this seems to be a big thing in the media, that these people think they can ankle bite on someone who's more successful than they are. They just want to continue talking. But as of recording of this video, we'll check in on the ISOM number 2 campaign. It's currently sitting over $1.9 million, over 16,000 purchasers, and yet Eric still hasn't added the short box. Once he adds the short box, I'm sure there's going to be a huge boost. I know I'll be getting one. We've got 10,735 cover A's, 11,201 cover B's, 3,586 cover C's, 1,412 cover D's, 1,667 total books donated to Comic Books for Kids, which is essentially a charity where you donate comics to less fortunate children. And yeah, this one is thanks to all of you or anyone who watches me that bought comics to donate, which I'll be doing at some point during the campaign, and as well as I'll be getting cover D and the short box. But I'm not going to spend too much time on Drunken Peasants. They seem to still be as irrelevant as always. Punching down, and now there are actually people saying that punching down is somehow a left talking point, I guess, a woke talking point. It was someone in the comments on their live stream saying that it's what woke people say, punching down. No, it's typically what YouTube creators, I should say, usually say when you're essentially punching down on a smaller channel, thinking you're going to gain some type of clout, right? So this is what y'all are doing, thinking you're going to gain some type of huge boost. Meanwhile, you've made 2 straight live streams about me, right? and it has less views than the majority of your live streams, talking about whatever other garbage you like to talk about, which is fine. You're allowed to do that, I guess, but that's what you want to continue to complain about is me. You're perfectly fine. Now we're going to move over to Dick Masterson, who finally popped up back out of nowhere because he always wants to involve himself for some reason in any Twitter beef that Eric July gets into with most people, which is hilarious because he ends up monetizing them. So this was something that Eric responded here, telling, of course, once again, obtuse gnome, saying, you made a comic book and yet are speaking on indie animation despite not knowing anything about making indie animation since you're not an animator or an artist. You were invited by Chris Gore to fill the room for his panel. You are legitimately an idiot. Yes, a guy who just recently put out some animation, probably produced it, somehow doesn't know anything about animation, right? To which he responds, moron, I produced, wrote, and scripted and storyboarded in the animation, on top of voice acting and literally creating and designing every single character that's in the animation. So yeah, he clearly knows something about it. Right, you didn't do the animation, you did writing and told someone else how you wanted it. You probably didn't use a story editor either. An indie animation panel would be better suited to having your animator and not you. Also, please tell me you didn't voice Avery. Once again, I'm the one that actually wrote and produced the thing. Idiot, I was just as part of the process in it as I was in the comic books. Like, again, I don't know what it is about me that has you so up in arms that you're just saying stupid things. Which he is. He is just saying stupid things. And just for context on the actual animation trailer, we'll go ahead and watch it.
Fascinating thing. We often like to think of it as something that just is. But too many people let the past determine who they are. When true greatness is determined by how one deals with the present. So if I'm helping you, I have one condition.
Yeah. No more quitting.
Time is a gift, Isa. What are you gonna do with yours?
And of course, for the people out there that don't know, yes, Isom is indeed voiced by Eric July himself, which, why wouldn't you voice your own character? That would only make sense, right? So, it's very weird that this guy is so interested in knowing every little detail about this world, even though he claims to not give a shit, right? It's just... We're moving on. Isom anime trailer is probably the best film of the century. Obviously, we know it's satire. We got Wouldn't You Like to Know again. Awesome, dude. Coming from someone who lied about Eric's charity and how it got successful, and how you defamed his book that, let's be honest, you didn't even read. He really didn't. I doubt that means anything, especially from you. Nah, come on. You and Vito thought Indiana Jones wasn't so bad. Yeah, Dial of Destiny was terrible. I paid someone to animate stuff for my book, so I'm fully qualified and equipped to talk about the process of indie animation. LMAO. Yes, he actually is, considering he storyboarded it too. That's part of the animation process, is storyboarding the animation. Only this century? Are you racist? Obviously, it was the best animated trailer of all time, obviously being a clown and doing nonsense. What kind of awareness was it, though? Y'all got any more of them dumbass anti-woke pea-brains I can sell crappy comics to about respect to? Again, this is all an opinion that these people like or trying to speak into existence somehow that they think if they keep saying it over and over, eventually people will tend to believe it. But people like my audience and people like Eric July's audience are smart enough to realize it's just your opinion, bro. Get over it. Continue to cope and seethe while no one cares what your opinion is. They only care about what their own opinion is. It's so weird that these people want to speak this into existence. It's like you can't just accept that people like something that you don't like. I asked Eric July if I could pay someone on Fiverr to make a better trailer. Sure, bud. Like having a panel on cooking and inviting a waiter. I mean, he wrote down the order. This is the people that they're up against. The people who are very unintelligent and room temperature IQ. So, this is corny, by the way. If you really thought this was funny and the one person that liked it thought this was funny, that's fine. But objectively, it wasn't funny. Because I'm not laughing. No one else is laughing. But we also have Danger Max Show fandom who swears he has some kind of insight as to why ISOM 2 just finally crawled to 1.9 million, right? Hell yeah, it took a lot longer than number 1 to crawl here, but I tip my hat. Probably not a pattern of diminishing returns being established or anything. Yes, because as a fake comic book fan that you probably are, typically number 2s don't always do as good as number 1. This has literally been a concept in all of comic book history. So if you think this is some new concept when it comes to ISOM, you're clearly not intelligent enough to figure that one out. Another few weeks and they'll hit that milestone. Which one? This milestone? Yes, they're going to hit $2 million easily. Especially when they still have to put out the short box. Or an influx of cash from a rich libertarian benefactor, which they're referring to the Blaze. He's obviously referring to the Blaze. He still has this weird idea that Eric got a lot of his money from the Blaze for even ISOM 1. And ISOM 2. He can't just accept the fact that people are enthusiastic about a new comic book universe and they want to buy into something that's independent and not on the mainstream. Like, people haven't been doing that for a while with stuff like Cyberfrog and She and Starlight Cats and Glorious Rex and Jawbreakers and all these other independent comics out there. Whichever one works. Well, you're going to continue to be salty, as always. You've been salty since the first campaign. So, with your whole 1,700 followers, and you mustered up 2 likes on this one. 9 likes on this one. Because no one cares what you really have to say about Eric July. Because they know your fans, even your own fans, know you're wrong. It's so painfully obvious. And the fact that you're also one of these people that are against a Sound of Freedom movie that's bringing awareness to terrible things happening to children. It's weird. You and your whole little posse are all doing the exact same thing. You're like a bunch of NPCs in a cult, essentially, is what you're doing. But that's just my opinions on all these fools. Thank you again to the Rippaverse Goalposts account for bringing awareness to such idiots online who want to continue to spew lies about a successful black man making his own independent comic and series simply because he has different politics or different ideas of how the world should work, or different ideas on how a comic book business should run. So again, check him out on Twitter, check him out on YouTube. I watch all of his videos. I watch all of his videos that he puts out. They're all great work. And thank you all for checking out my videos and this video. If you do like this video, though, hit the like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Do not interact with anyone that I've shown on this video. Just leave all your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll have a discussion there. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all that we get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.